Hello everyone, this is Ailey Merch, and in this video I will present to you my work on the website for ICB, that is International Church of Barcelona. I'll be showing you the website design process from beginning to the end to the launch. Here you can see it's coded, you can see made in Webflow, and this is the version from my side for my client. And it'll be interesting to show you this project. I was looking forward to do so. And let's go into this. You will notice that sometimes I'm not really doing sometimes I do presentation differently, but with this video I want to go a little bit quicker than with the rest. So this is the cover. So always the logo, they had the logo. I always take a logo, and if I see some poor disposition between them, elements or hierarchy, maybe the sizing, I will correct that with their permission. Let's go quickly into the branding. There was some kind of guidelines, and you will see probably parts of the old website. And there are guidelines, and I am open to update in some places. Sitemap, sometimes I do it, as I mentioned, always back in videos. It depends how complex that is. Here, you will notice, for example, Sitemap 1, homepage wireframes, as I'm already thinking here. Here I'm going quicker. And what I do, you will see that I am collecting all information that they have, and you'll see the old website, and I'll zoom in a second. And I need to understand the orientation, the sitemap, what they have. I have some dialogues always with my clients. And here you will see that we have a homepage, and I'm basically thinking quickly with red arrows, where are we going to go based on the old website and based on the brand therapy that I had with my decision makers. This is the old website. This is how it looks like, and it really needs some update. And you'll see the new look and feel. So I make sure always what we have from everything that they have. I make sure that I am not missing anything and we're doing the right step. So you see, actually, and there will be more work in the future, I believe, because the third parties, updates, and everything like that will be in need to be attended to. But it's too much work from the beginning. So there's some references. You can see a lot of space needed to be, a lot of space for improvement. And I'm glad I had a chance to help them in that direction. So this kind of, messy, quick thinking, they had some kind of thoughts, notes from their side, some kind of stitching all together to understand the mapping. And some idea already for the home page wireframes, how we're going to go about it. And then with wireframes, that'll be quite a process. So I have a lot of references you will see. I have some competitors, so to say, to check. And you can see I have references of style, direction, and many other churches that I export for the home page. I have for the home 2. I don't know. Yeah, it's a different versions of different kind of references, I guess. About Us and About Us 2. Yeah, probably have a kind of refined approach. And I just collect different, you can see different references for every part to build. And it's quite a lot of job. Wow, ICB Hub. So it's quite a massive website. I'm really glad to be able to build such a massive stuff. It's massive, actually. It's really rare for me to have such a big scope design. And what do we have here? So, and some other things that I think we should be building. And I'll be showing you a prototype really quickly. So this is already refined. I'm not showing you the first step of the wireframes. So this is a refined final kind of wireframes that I created. And you can see that we have many parts. And I'll be walking right now in a second with you on the wireframes. Everything is done in Figma. So here, for example, homepage, right? You'll see it will be beautiful. Like here you go, the visuals. Here's wireframe. Sometimes I think I should do different presentation. You can see that I'm presenting this project differently than the rest. You can see how it looks. It's important. I always like to say, not to repeat too much, wireframes is important because we must think not subjectively, not to make false judgment on subjective flavor based on the visuals. So that is why we present wireframes to discuss content, flow, and the sequence and so on, the ideas before we apply the visuals. So here I will try not to, in Webflow I'll be walking for the whole presentation, but here I'm partially will demonstrate they are interconnected. My clients capable, and I always send every phase. I send to my clients a video like this, like right now I'm speaking. I run for the whole thing and present and give my observations, recommendations, and things to address for us over the conversation, so they can check the video. Once they're ready, we could have a call, and then we discuss, for example, this phase being done with wireframes. We have a dialogue about it once they had their time being familiar with the project, with the results, so to say. So you can see like already some kind of decisions that fulfilled, and you'll see always it will sharpen better and better as a sculpture. It was quite a big job, and it was interesting to build it, to see the results fulfilling. So these are like, this is one page, can you imagine? And then we'll have more ministries get involved, get new about us, FAQs, contact us, ICB Hub, donation, really a lot of things, a bit more. And even the responsiveness here, I did such a dedication and gave such a love to this project to present everything in accordance. So let me go back and close wireframes. Even legals already I have kind of predicted. So that's the kind of wireframes. Once we're approved, once we're done, because I know we'll be coding, I like to say that I'm not going deeper into the mobile version. If someone else will be coding, I will present a mobile version as well. But because my expertise is 9-10 years already in this field, I already know that what's possible, what's not, and I build in a way to not to overwhelm myself when I will be coding. So, okay, we're done with wireframes presenting. Now let's go further to the visuals. So you'll see we're applying all. So what happens once we're approved, everything is correct. Again, further we go, some new things will be sharpened. It always happens like that. It's a beautiful, normal process. But what happens, I'm duplicating wireframes separately and then apply on top branding. And because here I'm allowed to use new branding direction, and we discussed what kind of direction to go towards to, I started to apply. Really beautiful here that they had a lot of materials of photography, videography, assets that they provided. When my clients, decision makers, have a good assets to provide, or I am selecting these imageries, for example, finding a proper images to select. This is my selection, for example, and this is my selection. This is my selection. It takes time. This is the real photo of the church, also real photo of the church, also from video footages, real photo, also real. This is also from their video, really beautifully done. This is selection from my site. Oh no, this is also probably from their church. This is my selection. This is beautiful selection with respect to the Israel and kind of the chosen. You can see how the chosen series about Jesus, about Yeshua, impacted my decision of the color. They did have that color, to be honest, in their branding, and I really like that. So them having the color, and I a little bit probably adjusted the color tone, but them having the color and me, I enjoy it. By the way, the chosen series and Yeshua is just amazing. To my heart also. So, it's really beautiful to support church, to build these things, to have that flavor with respect to the chosen style and also to the branding. And I really enjoy that. And then really beautiful. I'll be walking for the whole thing. Really beautiful baptism in church. You can see the shifting between the iconography selection. There's their photo, their photo, their photo, and their photo. A lot of good stuff. Even legals were built with love and attention, respect. And again, these photos differently. You can shift between them. This project really shows beautiful what's possible to achieve, and that it requires really good commitment from my side in order to give full attention and love for this. I'll be showing you a presentation really shortly, and you can see also assets. I'm putting aside assets that are responsive. I really like that we have this couple different colors, color codes, and really beautiful attention. So all coded also. Their work again is to pay attention more to the content, and it's for them already to decide. So project is provided for them. They can continue as they want. I'm looking forward to see how it'll be fulfilled to this point when I'm recording. And of course, always when my client decision makers, clients, when they need my assistance and so on, they will come back to me and I'll help them out. And I'm looking forward to see how it's going to be fulfilled. It's a massive difference in comparison to what they had before. And it's just beautiful to be able to support and give such a result. And you'll see some prototyping here. Everything is interconnected. This is really beautifully done project. Really, it's a correctly done project from the beginning to the end, and massive amount of pages. So, and here you will see. Let me see. Yeah, here you will see the prototype design. And it's not yet coded, and I'll be showing you a coded version here, and it's totally same. It's really beautiful. It's impressive to see that. I like to see that. So this is the Figma. It's not totally interactive as it should be. I always, again, with chiseling sculpture further, and Webflow also will present some new decisions, new solutions, because we'll be playing totally with the responsiveness there. And you can see here it's like design in Figma. So here, if client has their own developer, and I do recommend actually to work with me further because I'll keep the consistency. As I mentioned, you can't really recognize the difference. That's when it happens. Sometimes I'm even confused when I code, and I'm like sometimes lose point. Like, oh, I'm actually in Figma and design. I'm not in a Webflow. Well, that happens with designer of websites. That means you achieved a high fidelity results from design to code, and it's really important to have the same person performing that because it'll be exactly as promised, and that will be delivered. That's what I like to say. You see, I'm right now shifting in front of you. You cannot say the difference. You see, it's impressive. It's really impressive. And and we have more interaction to see on design. We didn't have interaction when you hover over the element. And I'm deliberately skipping to save time because I know that I will be playing further in coding, and I will reveal new elements, how I'm going to interact. And even motion, the speed of interaction of hover over, yeah, I think it's a little bit slower than in design. And you experiment, I play. And you see copy needs to be addressed here. And final code touch also will be addressed also once it will be launched, because right now it's not launched. There's work to be done from their side in order to keep this project complete, especially as I mentioned, content strategy. And content, I always like to say, better be done in a wireframe phase in order to prevent traps in the future or in the present moment of redoing things and spending too much unnecessary time and unnecessary headache and budget on correcting or replacing things, because it's not the content have to fit visuals. I like to say, some people think, decision makers, I need to sometimes explain, they think that sometimes it happens to be that they need to see it, but it's not really true. The right order is content speaks, and then we apply visuals, and that just need that project that needs someone who is professional towards content strategy and copywriting, and that person is really important to collaborate shoulder to shoulder for the UX UI designer. And from my side also, I want to say, let me go up. I like to say that when I build websites, I don't consider myself a website designer, to be honest, because as you know, I will not be showing in this video, but you can check it out, my link to my portfolio. You'll see that my expertise is always bridging business goals and user needs, and in between them, there are 3 categories of service, which is brand speciality, so to say, brand identity systems. Then it goes usually to the website design to launch, which we see here as design and coding. And then if they have a digital product, it'll be a digital product that also can be a video game. A video game is also a digital product, but digital product is SaaS apps and everything like that. In this case, it's a website, and they didn't need a brand. Of course, I developed the branding for them. That's something also included into the service because they needed that, but they had their direction. So, but update is also presented here. And also you can, I like to say that I'm building, I'm thinking from business goals and user needs perspective and competitive marketplace and on the strategy and you name it. So I'm actually a partner for founders and executive teams in order to get their business goals converted properly and aligned with all this brand, web, and product if they have. So okay, this is you can see like even this pulsating thing is done in Figma. I give such attention and love here. We can shift between them in Figma, but we'll be doing that in Webflow for the sake of proper full experience as the final. Here's the Webflow you see made in Webflow right now. This is my version from my side of account. You can see cookies appears. We can go to privacy policy, and that will open the new tab. It's also deliberate, and it's great. I understand. So I just hide it here, the cookies, and here also. And I'm going to privacy policy later. But here is the main page. So this is the photo that is in the background, and I'll be showing actually the responsiveness in here also. In a second, actually, presentation, I can go like this, even hide the whole thing. Inside of the Webflow, I'll be showing you later the responsiveness. That's one of the keys that I have to present to you. But the thing is, this is inside of the Webflow. This is outside of the Webflow as URL. So this is the video that is from, this is the photo from the video, and the video will need to be applied based on what video they will choose. So there'll be a video on the loop in the background, and this is one shot of that video. I'm just placing it here for the start. And it states really well. You see, you can even the idea to click and go to the calendar or join us. It'll be taking them to the link. You can see it always will be from CMS. Stated when something is happening, some kind of event. Learn more, really beautiful. Also pleasantly scrolls down. ICB Hub, it's this ICB Hub. It's where people go of community of this church to check what's happening there, new things, events, some new videos, new things, blogs, and whatever that happens. And first time is for those who are the first time. That will take them to first time or this. So these are main activities. You see how underline happens, how hover over effects. You can see between them there's no gap. I like that effect. Church can be clicked. ICB Hub pulsating indicator that it's live, and donate. Perfectly done. I will be showing responsiveness a little bit in a second. So here are campuses, so they can choose. Also, photography probably will be changed. It is the icon of the city, Barcelona downtown, and it's the idea that if you click, it will take them to the Google map. And you can see the timing, and you can see the descriptive, and who's pastor in the church. Really beautifully done. And you'll see in responsiveness, it'll be horizontally scrolling. And here's online, so people can actually go to watch live now or our pastor sermons. That will take them also. There are a lot of free third parties kind of places that it will take them. My recommendation in the future to take those third parties and integrate into the website to make that look and feel consistent all over the brand touchpoints, digital touchpoints. But that's for future because it's a really massive thing for me to build and it'll be too much for me to work on that. Everything is stated really well. Language, time, description, pastors, location, really well so far. Welcome. So that's you can go also to FAQs. It's FAQs. If you have some questions, this is the main question that might be interesting. So service time for visitors, get started and fill out a connection card, or what about my kids? Let's also learn more. So that will take them to ministries for the kids. So main questions will be addressed here. They can decide what they want to address. Really important, the upfront. Really beautiful icon in our city, for our city, about our church. You can go, that will take them to about us. So you can see we're kind of going backwards to the degree. What to expect, also beautiful photo from the church. Family, faith, love, hope, spirit, text to write, first time. You can see we have them to go to FAQ, to about us, and first time. You can see we're going from top to bottom, kind of in sequence. Then we have your next steps, also beautiful. Get involved. That's again, get involved. So you can go from here, visit us, find a group, baptism, join a service. Straight to the point. Okay, and ministries. We have different ministries. You can see this whole beautiful effect for your kids. Learn more. You can go and learn more. You can shift further. And there's really photos of real church. For women, for men, they can add more if they want to as the ministries. And you can choose your ministry. It will take them to the ministry. Really well done. I'm impressed. Such a level of work. Here is what's happening live at ICB. That's the ICB Hub. And again, some kind of event. Once something happens, image will change, thing will change, learn more. Our stories, also really interesting, the videos that you can click and play. And you can see when you, oh wow, I really did it. Wow. You can see that they can choose, and they horizontally scroll if it's on a mobile device. They can choose and watch the video. That's impressive, just to give a story. Really impressively done. About our church again. Donation, so online, wire transfer, text, mail, stock donation, cryptocurrency, and easy way to give. Your gift makes an impact. And you can see how did you notice when you hover over the icon, heart beats of the button? That's really beautifully done. Our mission statement closure are open. Okay, this is just a mission statement I recommend to write here. Featured ICB media, that's also really beautiful. So you can actually go and watch videos into YouTube, and you just hover over. That's the podcast, that's the article, it's the music. That will take them to the Spotify, for example, articles for the blogging, podcast, also maybe YouTube and videos really well. And you can watch one of them here. Really system amazingly done. More on ICB Hub. Again, call to action there. And all social media. Really well done. Loop video, call to action kind of thing. Contact us and FAQ. And contact us is not here, but it's like here if they need to contact us, and FAQ to have more answers and questions. Invitation to go to the application because they have app. And again, I recommend to improve app also eventually to remain consistent on all digital touchpoints. Stay up to date. This, of course, a newsletter. Of course, there's everything is settled. You'll see the thank you message and error. Everything is predicted. Address care requests. This is also interesting. This is really something special if someone really needs help. This, by the way, project was done in 2025. In general, a lot of pages engage requirement, and you can see that we're not really distributing in some places everywhere. And if you really need it legal, for example, here, this is request like baptism, membership, prayer, or care. This care request is if someone really needs help. Engagement is what we already covered. Events, I will take them to the third party. Groups also third party. and get involved. Okay, about us, if you could donate. Okay, this join us. We'll see. So these here and this arrow will allow us to go all the way up. This is impressive work, really. So we will go in sequence from top, not in sequence of logic, because it actually distributes really well. Let's go to the ministry. So when you go to the ministry, ways to belong. So learn more. Join in service. Actually, what's going to happen? Join in service. Okay, that will take them to like a contact us, right? Oh, interesting. This is really interesting. That's the final one. This one, join us. Ways to serve. So okay, so you can actually contact by email or by address. Join us first time. Beautiful. First name, last name, email, phone number, optional. Choose your category. So there'll be categories why they reach out. This arrow also is there. Tell us more. Let me see. That's also fit. Really perfect. Submit application. Our campuses, and always at the end also. That is interesting. Okay, we covered with that. That was if you actually join in service right away in ministries. But then our devotion, so family, faith, love, hope, and spirit, again, heartbeats. And here again, we repeat, so from landing page, that's the connection, how it goes. Join in service, and then the loop, right, the end sections. So we can go to every category, and I will do so. And I'm not really doing this drop down here. I want them to come here. So you can choose, okay, for your kids, for example, when you go for your kids, we'll have this really beautiful, and you can shift in those between. So your kids, youth, then we can actually click. I will click, and you'll see that, and I can go and learn more. Really beautiful, and there will be more if they need to. Then they'll go horizontally. Awakened, man, and then we'll have a woman. Now, beautifully done. Beautiful selection of photography. And let's go to your kids. And so about your kids' ministry, they'll have like CMS structure same. So there'll be timing and some video specifically, like for example, trusted hands, Christ anchored, loving kindness, righteousness. They will change their keywords and they'll be applying their text. But the idea is to give some kind of text to your kids' ministry. Also important thing to show. That's who they are. You see the beautiful effective hover over and contact us. If I'll click contact us, it'll open a new tab, and this is how you contact. Ways to connect. If you want to learn more, for example, to talk with, you want to give your kids, you want to have connection, maybe you want to get to learn, so reason of reaching, maybe you're interested in kids ministry, so there'll be distribution like that. And again, that's repetitive. So really well done. It's important to show. It's really beautiful to see different age women, older, middle, and younger, and women for kids. And then, interesting, your kids groups. So you can go and learn about groups. That's the ICB Hub kind of portion specifically for kids. And you can go and learn more. Nothing yet happens, but really well done also. And other groups, you can go to it will take them to the third party, and specifically questions about the kids. Really well done. Everything is so certainly respected. And then our other ministries, and you can go in a loop. You can see through. That's what we're going to do. I'm not gonna be going deeper because it's repetitive, but you can see also information. Again, youth groups, also beautiful group for, again, FAQs. We have been in kids for awakened. Let's go like that. Also, specific information can be specific. If there's more, there can be added more. Awakened group, some about joining Christ. Beautifully done. What else? For man. Also, let's see if anything special. Everything have video, and this is John and Brandy Carano. Beautiful. They built the church. It's amazing. Adam also. Good people. And again, so you can see actually so comfortable to just go through every ministry and explore that is relatable to you, and check some extra information, have answers on your questions. And if you want, join in service. Or if you want, you can contact us. Wow. And FAQs, just such a mechanics. I'm impressed how I built it, honestly. So we're done with ministries. Let's go to get involved. So if you want to get involved, your next step is, okay, learn more. This is, okay, visit us. So it will be distributing you. If you want to visit our campuses, you'll go to our campuses or ICB Hub. This is how I can shift, you could say I can click arrows, I can click here. Such a system mechanics is done. Find your group also, our groups, you'll go to the third party. If you want to go to baptism, apply now, it will open the third, the new tab, and this baptism, and it'll be going for this really beautifully. You can apply for baptism. Join in service, our ministers, and join in service. So you can find what you're looking for if for your next steps, discipleship. Contact us. Also, we have been here with you already. Wow. And how to be involved. So it'll be my recommendation to do a video to talk to them. to include them. ICB classes, you can get yourself in some classes to be involved in from the third-party platform. Our events, community groups, also interesting, featured. This new, when new appears, it'll be like that. And you can shift left, right, and there'll be more if it's needed. All community groups, group requests, also, that's quite something to build also. Some descriptive, so they will be coming from the third-party kind of descriptives, and I again recommend to migrate totally to Webflow eventually. Beautifully done. Requests, okay, get involved. This really covers everything that you need. Everything you can distribute, be distributed here, how to be involved, the video, classes, community groups, to get yourself involved. Requests, really interesting. Become ICB member, in need for prayer, and pastor care counseling. And it describes the keywords, and they have their own keyword, key color, membership request. Remember those, right? And these will be free of those. Baptism, we already know with you. Let me go back. Baptism was there. So it's like, you will not miss it if you're searching for this. So we'll get into those free, and they also in a footer, if that's needed. Let me show you. So get involved, but they'll be like baptism, membership, prayer, care, or care request, really certainly. So other ways to serve, also really interesting. Guest service, production skills, worship performance, join in service. Again, they're going to take them and they'll choose why they're reaching out. Really beautifully also if you want to help differently, right? Join in the worship, for example, and so on. Our ministries, choose a ministry. Again, also here, involvement. Everything is covered. You're not going to miss it. It's really beautifully done. What will go in those? Get involved, for example. Let's get into this. Let's get into the baptism, this four categories that we have here. Let me go to the, where is baptism, right? Let's go apply now. What happens? We're going to go into this loop of 4. Baptism in church, so you can request baptism. And you will put the form, put the basic information, select your campus, what is your t-shirt size, description, you'll mark those, really beautifully also done by my site, submit for baptism, and that's going to happen, connect, and they'll be informed, right? And the thing is, you can shift even here between these, right away. It's really clever, something that done with love and attention. Become ICB member, so that's also my recommendation to do it. So it's good to have some database of all people in church by these mechanics. Then you'll have a need for prayer, really also interesting. So you can also read this. By the way, really interesting. You can there should be a button actually. I should make it that you can click it. So you click and you can read every word of God proves truth and so on. Really beautiful way of presenting for them once they want to present the proverb or some verse from the Bible. So you can apply for prayer and you can select prayer category or anything like that. Submit for prayer, and also here's some kind of phones that they had from the before, and I included that. And then you can go to something really important, shield. I put icon representation and the orange color instead of green and black. It's pastor care and counseling. This, I guess, something request care. It's something important, something really needed in help. Submit for prayer. Actually, not for prayer. There should be a different name. But again, these things, subtle things to correct once time will be right. And yeah, so we run for the whole thing. So get involved. We covered first time when what to expect. So you can learn just teaching them a little bit on the first time. Family, faith, love, hope, and spirit. They can change those keywords, and you can see it's just imagery instead of videos. And then you can click actually those to read text and I'm having a placeholder for them so far. And beautifully, we welcome you. Also video for welcoming. Your next steps. So again, it gets them to the get involved. So if you're first time, they'll take you to the get involved option also. Basically like that. About us, also really interesting, correctly done. So learn more. You can see beautiful icon here also. And what we see, what we value. So this is the values. Again, they will improve their content. This is my recommendations for placeholders. What we believe, also really interesting. Again, you can click those if they have more of those. And these, I think, right. So really correctly presented about ICB. You can watch some video. And the lead pastors, John and Brandy Carano, beautifully presented. Beautiful photo. Again, great content they have. I kid you not, videos and photography is really well done. It's a pleasure to use them when my clients have proper assets in their own consistency done with love. It's just amazing to have it. If they'll have more, they can add more people here. So that'll be global lead team, pastors, and you can see we can shift further. And staff, contact us, get involved. So it's also get involved. Do they want to be part of the team? Also contact us. Always we're already familiar with that. And FAQs. They can put any FAQs, all FAQs that they want. Find your answer. Again, contact us if you don't have answers, and you can put whatever you want, especially. And ICB Hub, again, you can see how massive website it is. ICB Hub is where everything, like explore life at ICB Hub, something it will take them to something that is happening probably live, and we can decide on this. Latest events, so that'll be everything that is happening. That is, if you want to keep up with church, you come to ICB Hub. So you can see, for example, coming soon, live now. You can see the different indicators, and that's already coded. Can you imagine that? And this must be connected to CMS once we launch. So this event that happens, you can really participate in that. So this you can learn more. We'll take out. This is coming soon for you to know what to expect. So all events that will take to the third-party community groups. We already saw that in one place. And then we have more latest sermon. Watch all sermons that will take them to the YouTube, or watch the video here. There's a date. ICB videos, some videos, the featured videos that will be, and then you can watch all videos. Podcasts, that's also really beautifully presented. New, coming soon. All episodes. Articles, the way how articles are presented. All articles. Our recent worship performance, also, they are on Spotify. You can watch that video, listen on Spotify, all these social media connections. So here we come to keep up with everything that is happening in the church, and then donation. Getting to the end, donation. You can learn more how to donate different way, but here it also should be connected. Eventually, we will connect that once we'll get to the point where it's connected to the payment system. So one time, monthly, and that will shift. So you'll be able to put your pricing, your own pricing, change the currency, and continue. This is the what is the IPO, whatever. I don't remember the name, but when you inject the code from the third-party platforms in order to perform that, and that will depend why we wouldn't have it yet, because they have to address the copy, but also they need to make decisions how they're gonna, what third parties they will be creating in order to so to say using in order to integrate those codes into the website. And there's like next steps, this project goes on, but really big part for me and totally is done here, and they can decide how they want to go further. Should they need my help, they can come to me. I'll be happy to assist, of course. What do we see? Your gift makes an impact. There's also an invitation and donate now. And that's also my recommendation to, it's just a placeholder of image, but here video will be where the lead pastors speak about the importance of donation in a humble, proper way. An easy way to give. So you can, different ways to donate. So different options that will take them to different places. So making sure everything is covered. I'm done with the whole website, I think. So we covered everything here. Oh, yes. Also legal parts we need to address. Yes, terms of service. So you can see beautifully also done with love. So legal collection, you can see I'm giving already predicted they'll be integrating their content. But the beautiful thing is you can shift term of service, privacy policy, cookies notice. No one really does that. And I decided to do this interesting thing. It's fully complete, fully done. There are more pages can be integrated, but to this point, my commitment is completed. And then we can continue further once the time is right. So this is interesting. So I presented to you the whole thing. What I want to do now is to present to you the responsiveness a little bit. And this is one of the important parts also that I think it's important to mention. You will see that there's quite clever ways are done to present. You can see 0%, for example, for this sizing of screen. And let me see, actually, it was a while section. Yes, I need to select section. You will see that there is, let me pin that, there is minimum and maximum heights play for there's quite a thing to be done. You can see 5%, the padding is happening here, and every screen we have 5% all the time up as we go up into the bigger screens of devices. But when we go smaller, it becomes 0 for the horizontal scrolling. You can see that we have horizontal scrolling for these, and I'll be showing you just in a second. For mobile devices, always 0. So, and there'll be different responsiveness. I'm just going to show you, I guess, the whole thing, how it goes with a preview. Because viewport is really important from development side. And I'm just going to make a presentation thing a little easier. So look, I'll show you the massive screen, the most biggest, and we can go higher. But this is the big screen of the device. This is how it looks like, right? And you need to predict, again, the design. You can see this hierarchy, this max width that I'm giving. So because we cannot extend eternally. For mouse, for responsiveness, for user, it must be pleasant to navigate and use. If we'll be fitting this information to the left more and this information more to the right, it'll be too much motion for user on the website to make. So it's important to keep content well aligned, and you can see that is done. If I go smaller, you can see we're on a bigger screen. We go smaller, you can see we're zooming in a little bit, and then we're gonna be on this device. Gonna go smaller, and you can see we're hitting finally the max width of this container, and it started to be 5% padding, moving, and it's really well fit. You can see the menu also started to be responsive and more compact. And once we get into the smaller device screen, you can see how this also becomes everything is moving. You can see even how when you go to the tablet, these buttons start to be vertically aligned, and that fits. Everything was addressed. You can see how this when we're already getting tapping. Let me get to the tapping. You can see that here, for example, tablet, it will become horizontally scrollable, right? And it's a tapping format, and you'll see it will be also stacking vertically, and everything is here also is horizontal scroll. Everything is predicted. Like here also, it's impressive. Even these videos like that, and let's see what else. These, if you tap, you'll open them, and we'll go further. You can see also with this response, right? It must be even phone. You can see it's just every detail, every part was addressed and respected. Like even here, it's such amazing work. You can see we have this disposition of these menus, and they become vertically aligned. When I go further, you can see lines disappear. It must be compact, it must fit. And when I go to the portrait, it'll become like this. It's the portrait phone format. And let me show you how it looks like, right? It becomes vertically aligned. A donation like this, these also already moved them so horizontally. And like these, there's it's a 95, 96 view width of the element. So every time I'm increasing or minimizing, it becomes smaller and it fits, right? You can see even images, square size, getting smaller, responsive. Everything is well, perfectly responded. Even imagery was double checked to make sure that it's correctly fitting, not cutting any faces, so to say. So I'm just going to show you this part. I'm not going to show you the whole website responsiveness. You can see this icon appears once you can see how we first, like when we on a desktop version, small screen, when we get to the tablet, you can see we basically have ICB hub and donation, but we can click the menu of this one. When we get further, we get even more into the phone, and we have this button. It should be clickable, I think. Maybe I haven't done. Let me play. Yeah, it is. So here you go. So you can even have the administration like that, really beautifully, really well done. You see, we can keep scratch there, and yeah, I'm just impressed. It's ideally done. Really get involved first, and even ministries, you can come from the mobile device and you can close it. It's just, I enjoy this. This was really perfect. You can see even, we usually don't go to this level of a small screen. This doesn't matter. Some will be hard to read, but usually smaller screen is iPhone SE, like this one. And I'm making sure that this one is readable. But this is also not really, not many people use iPhone SE. So mostly people will be on these iPhone 12 and so on. But usual users will be somewhere here. Yeah, so that's usual. But I need to respect the smallest. Sometimes I can make compromise, but it's really rarely. You can see everything fits really well. So guys, this is all I wanted to present. I'm not going to show you all responsiveness for all website, only for the main landing. And I'm really happy I had a chance to show it to you. I really enjoyed this project. This is the ICB Church project from beginning to the end, as you saw, for the whole branding update uplift with website, the whole from beginning to the end, from sitemap with the information architecture, with decision makers, conversations, going to the wireframes, proper prototyping wireframes, applying new branding development on the visuals application design, and all this design was coded and everything is ready to be transferred. It's transferred to them, and once they need, we will be integrating all these links, all this content once they will be done with content. And it just happened to be that the project is a little bit on hold, so it came time for me to present this project to this point in date. And I'm happy to present it. And once they will have a moment to return, once they'll be ready with a copy, once they need my assistance with integrating links, I will be able to. Will be happy to take start from there and to continue to launch it live. And it'll be exciting to see it live. Thank you for attention. This was Eli Merch with you. I hope that you enjoyed this. I myself was impressed how much work is done totally perfectly with full attention and love. And this is what possible to build for your projects. Take care. Have a good day. And yeah, I'll talk later.